Oh, nice. And hug in one of your legs. The other leg doesn't have to go down. Just hug it in.
One knee.
One knee. Doesn't matter. No, let's all hug in the left knee. Otherwise, everything's going to be confusing again. Hug in the left knee. And then cross it over the right knee. So cross your legs and then just drop it down into that twist. It's quite a big twist, so just be careful. You don't have to push it to the floor. Keep the opposite shoulder down. Rotate it back to the middle. Switch legs, hug in the right leg. Give it a bit of a hug, cross it over the left one and take it down towards the left. And just be careful not lifting up that opposite shoulder.
He's quite restless, isn't he?
He's like the gatekeeper. He protects. And roll it back to the middle. Soles of your feet together, let your knees fall open, and just let your groin stretch a little bit. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Tuck your tailbone in a little bit. And just stay there. Close your eyes. You can kind of roll from side to side if you want to stretch it a little bit more. And bring it back together. Cross your left leg over your right and hug in the right knee. A little bit of a stretchy bum stretch. You can roll from side to side and just try and keep your lower back straight-ish. If you do this, try not to roll it up to get your leg closer to your chest. It's early morning and early class, so you probably won't get a massive stretch in. Nothing's warmed up and ready to go yet. And take it down. Switch sides. Right leg over left, push the knee back, and then bring the left leg in. Keep the back down. I'm getting older because every time I get up, I'm in pain. I'm just always in pain now. I played Lego with the little ones last night and I sat on the floor and I couldn't get up. I got up like someone trying to get up from a wheelchair, walking for the first time. It was really horrendous. And hug it in. We're going to do a 3 roll up. So 3 rolls to seated and then roll down. Round out your back, roll it up again. One more time. And then go onto your hands and knees. Minion, if you're rolling into your back.
No. I'm getting there.
Okay, push into a child's pose and just stretch it out. Push your bum down onto your heels and just walk it forward. Just get a nice big stretch in. And then roll onto your hands and knees. Put your elbows down and then push into a cat stretch. And we're going to rock forwards and back again and keep that cat stretch in our back. And then again, if you find a spot that's a little tight, just hold it there. So today is just yoga. So warriors, lunges, surfers lunges, goddess. Shall I continue? Back to the middle. Onto your hands and knees, neutral spine, dip into a cow, and push into a cat. Okay, Louis, so if we go into a back bend, you should maybe just skip that. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Take your time to walk it out. Make sure you're straight, tummy in. Your shoulders is pushed back and down. And you can really go for that side stretches as you get warmed up in downward dog. Get all the cracks out. I've got a lack of dorsiflexion in my sore ankle. And then just find a comfortable downward dog, pushing back your heels and your tummy in, straight hold. Forwards into a plank. And we're going to put the knees down and flow into a cobra. All the way back down. Tuck your toes under. Now I can't do this because I don't have any pec power, but tuck your toes under and push back up into a plank. I'm going to cheat it. There you go, Minion. You're so good with that.
It's the only thing I can do.
It's amazing I can't do it. I've not worked on my pec strength since I started 2 weeks ago. You lift up your left leg and tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Just walk that front leg out to the side of the mat, both hands on the inside of your leg, and just push your hips down. Keep your back straight. Then you can turn to the side of that foot and let that knee fall open. And then twist, lifting up the left arm, twisting into that leg. Keep the back leg strong, keep the tummy tucked in. And back to the middle. Bring that foot back. And step it in to the front of the mat. My foot got caught on my mat. Forward bend. The legs can be a little bit wider apart. Forward bend. Bend your knees a little bit, and you can sway from side to side just to stretch out your back. And back to the middle. Roll it up. All the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in. And forward bend again. Dive into it with a flat back. Grab onto your limbs to keep your back flat. Get the weight to the front of your feet. And then from there, you can do a slight little bend in the knees and slide down into a forward bend. Hands to the mat, step back to downward dog. Walk it out. We're going to take a little bit of time today just to get the stretches in. So walk it out. Find those stretches. I'm really tight in my calves. And then find downward dog. Comfortable downward dog.
It's the DD Gate incident.
DD Gate. Oh yes, I also injured myself. Look. The gate caught me. The wind blew the gate onto my foot. Forwards to a plank. Knees down and slide into your cobra. All the way down to the floor. And again, for those of you who can, push up. I can't. Push up into down dog. Well done, Louis. So jealous.
It's the only thing.
Take the right leg into the air. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the side of the mat. A little bit to the outside. Keep the back leg strong and straight. Turn onto the side of your foot. Let that knee drop out. And twist into that leg. Back to the middle and step it in. The front of the mat. Legs bent. Raggedy doll. You can grab your elbows. And just slide from side to side. Drop your arms down and roll it up. All the way to the top. Take a nice deep breath in. And we're going to pivot into a tabletop first, comfortable tabletop. Don't push too much into your heels, and then you can slightly bend your knees to go into a forward bend. It's easier to go into a forward bend if the knees are slightly bent. If it's straight, it pinches. You don't want that. And hands to the mat. Stay back to downward dog. And walk it out again. See if you can get closer, which is doing it for me. And push back into a downward dog. Palm to the back of the room, back straight, tummy in. We're going to lift up the left leg again. Bring it to the front of the mat, this time just to the middle. Keep the back leg strong and lift up into a high lunge. Keep the tummy in, keep the tailbone tucked in. Hold that high lunge. We're not doing any specific kind of dynamic stretches. Today we're just holding poses. So just hold that for 3 breaths. Keep the tummy tucked in. Keep that back leg straightish. Keep that front leg bent. And then we're just going to open up into a warrior two. So put that back foot down, bend that front knee and adjust yourself so that you're comfortable. Hold that front knee bent in, back leg strong, bum tucked in, shoulders to the side and just hold. For 3 breaths. Then push it forward and flow back into a dancing warrior, keeping that front knee bent, tummy tucked in. You can bend that knee a little bit more. Hold for 3 breaths. Just make sure your knee goes to the outside, not completely out, but towards the little toes, the 3 last toes, instead of bobbing in. So if you can manage that, otherwise just hold that knee in good position. Bring it back to warrior two. So check your knee. You can push it out a little bit if it's really going in. Side angle pose. Putting your arm on the front leg, going over for that stretch. Bend that knee in. Once you're in, hold for 3 breaths. Don't lean too much into that leg. Lift it up to warrior two. Hold that pose for 3 breaths. Is your leg getting tired? Louis, is your leg getting tired? If it is, straighten it out. Take it back down. Is it only me? Is your leg not getting tired?
No, it is, of course it is.
Windmill your arms. You're lying to the front of the mat. Turn that back foot in. Put that back knee down. Lift up into a low lunge. 90 on top of that back leg. Tuck that tailbone in. And just hold. Really big tuck. Squeeze that bum. Was it just me?
No.
I'm such a wuss.
Did you see me yesterday?
All the way down to the floor. Step it back to downward dog. So it was just me. Just hold your downward dog. Tummy in, back straight. I think I'm broken in my lower end of my body. Ankles, quads, everything's sore. I'm just going to turn around for this. Then lift up your right leg. Tuck it into your chest. Bring it to the front of the mat. Back leg nice and strong. Push into a high lunge and hold. Bend that knee in. Back leg strong. Bum tucked in. Hold for 3. Come in. Put the back foot down and open up into warrior two. Make sure that you've got a nice bend in that back front leg. The back foot is secure, the bum is tucked in, arms wide, knee goes out. Hold for 3. Take your knee, bum tucked in. Lean forward, dancing warrior. Bend that front knee in. While you hold that, let me just move. It looks like I'm skew. 3 breaths. Back to warrior 2. Make sure your knee is out, the back leg is strong. Bum tucked in. Just check your knee. You're not overshooting your toes, but you're equally not in a half a bend. It should be quite a big bend. And then side elbow. Stretch that top arm over your head. Keep that back leg strong. Arm behind your ear so that you can get that stretch into the waist. Front knee bend. Bum tucked in. And all the way back to warrior 2. Hold for 3 breaths. Bum tucked in. Bend that front knee a little bit more. And windmill your arms all the way to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down and lift up into a low lunge. Tuck that tailbone in and hold. Tuck, tuck. Don't let go of that tuck. And hands to the mat. Lift up your back foot and step it in to the front of the mat. Legs bend and raggedy doll. Roll it up to the top. Shrug your shoulders back and relax. Okay, we've got a surfer's lunge sequence, which we will start in Goddess. So take your legs wide, feet out as far as you want them to go out, as long as you can balance and stay stable. Hands into your chest and just go into your first Goddess. Get comfortable. Not. Get comfortable, move around. Tuck your tailbone in, keep your tummy in, and just hold. Oh, Minion, you're hiding behind me.
It's good. It's good.
Hold.
My least favorite position.
And just bounce it a little. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze your tailbone. Side to side. And back to Goddess. Make sure the knees are wide, so grab onto your thighs. Just drop one arm in, push the leg out with that hand. Nice little stretch. Drop it as far as you can. Lift it back up. And other side. Lift it back up. Kind of lean into your legs a little bit, lean forward. And then straighten your torso out, holding onto your legs. Take a nice deep breath in. Straighten out. Come back. Whoop, to Goddess. So we're going to go to one side of the mat. Go down. And we're going to push. So this knee can't bob in. You need to push that out with your elbow and then lift up the opposite foot. Don't lift it up high. Just a little bit. So we're going to keep doing that. Walk to the other side, push that knee back, lift it up a little bit. Keep the back straight. So again, once you're down, lift up. And other side. Once you're down, lift up. Keep that knee pushed out. You will see the method in the madness soon. Push out. Other side. Push out. So now we're going to do it without our hands on the floor. So see how low you can go down. I would suggest starting high and going lower. So lift up, hands into your chest. So you're going to slide that foot, slide over to the other side, lift up that foot, and slide. See how far you can go in. It's that lifting up of the foot that's so difficult. And oopsie, sliding. One more. And back. One more this side. And back to the middle. Put your hands down. That was difficult.
Yeah.
Did you find it difficult, Mia?
I did, yeah.
Straighten out your legs, turn your feet forward, and just go into a forward bend. I finally got it towards the end, but I did find it a little bit difficult. And then come back onto the tabletop. Turn your feet to goddess pose again. Bend your knees, lift up into a goddess. So now we're just side sliding, but straightening out the leg. So side slide, keeping that knee out. Back to the middle. Take your arms wide. We're going to slide towards one side. Drop the arms into that little triangle thingy. Bring it back, slide back to goddess. Slide to the other side. Drop. Bring the arms back, slide back to a goddess. Hold goddess. Take your arms forward. Take your arms back. Slide again. Drop. Bring the arms back first and slide then into a goddess. Other side. Drop. Pushing the knee out. Bring the arms back. Slide into a goddess. Hold the goddess. Arms forward. Tuck in that tailbone. Arms out. Again. Slide. Drop. Back to goddess. Slide, drop. Are you okay? Back. Woo, to goddess. Arms forward. Arms back. Straighten out. Hands into your chest. Down into a goddess. So now we're going to take the arms forward and go further down and then bring the arms back. So we're going to take it wide. And as we bring it forward, we go into a goddess. Further, bring it back into a lighter goddess. You can go quite high. Take it forward. Bring it back. Take it forward. Bring it back. One more time. Bring it back. Last time, stay. Drop forward. Put your hands on the floor. Go into that surface lunge again. Lift up the foot. And walk it over to the other side. Lift up a foot. And walk it over again. So this time again, you're going to try and do it without aid of the arms. But if you find it too difficult, just hold. Do it with the arms. So, over, slide, over, slide, over, slide, over. Slide, one more. It's difficult, isn't it?
I can't get as low as you.
Huh?
I can't get as low as you.
Hands to the mat. Straighten out your legs, feet forward. Forward bend. Woo! I think that's enough, goddess. Shall we do it one more time?
Hi, Sebastian.
Turn your feet out. Bend your knees, lift up into a goddess. So, shall we do that little side sequence? Again, straighten out your legs, shake it out, and we'll do it again.
Gillian and Tanya would say yes.
Gillian and Tanya will say yes. Let's see what they say. I'm glad it's Friday, so I'll do that. Okay. Shall we do it again?
Oh, maybe just.
Okay. Mia's dead. Is it your bag?
No, fine.
Okay.
It's this. I just can't get as low.
You don't have to. Okay, let's go. Feet out. Into a yes. We got yeses. Into a goddess. Get comfortable in your goddess.
I need to form a little no group.
So let's put it together. So instead of just doing the 1, And then the other one, we'll put it together. So we're going down, opening up the arms.
Look at Growl when you said let's go.
Sliding. Yeah, he wants to go for a walk. Sliding. And then back to a goddess. And then we're going deeper in, a little bit out. Deeper in, a little bit out. Then slide to the other side and dip. Back to a goddess. Deeper in, a little bit out. Keep your tailbone tucked in. Deeper in, a little bit out. Find a goddess. Switch to the other side. Hold. Back to goddess. Deeper in, a little bit out. Deeper in, little bit out. Let's do this breath leg. Find your goddess. Slide. Hold for a breath. Back to goddess. Deeper in, a little bit out. Deeper in, a little bit out. Find your goddess. Slide again. Hold. Back to goddess. Deeper in, a little bit out. Ooh, straighten completely. Deeper in, a little bit out. Find your goddess. Slide. Hold. And back into goddess. Deeper in, a little bit out. And we'll do 4. Deeper in, a little bit out. Deeper in. I think that's 3. 1 more time. Straighten out. You can skip it in. We're not going to do the side slide. We've done it twice, so that's fine. Kick it out to the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Tabletop. Hold your tabletop. That's it? Oh. Hold your tabletop and then bend your knees a little bit to slide down into your forward bend. Breathe it out there. You can rock to your toes a little bit. You can take your legs actually a little bit wider if you want to try straight legs. Take your legs a little bit wider. Make sure your legs are engaged. Get the weight to the front of your feet and then fold over that. It's a little bit easier when the legs are wide. So if you want to try that with straighter legs, please go ahead and try. Just make sure the quads are engaged. Hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Find your dog. Stretch it out. Tummy in. Bend your knees a little bit. Lift your bum up a little bit higher. And then straighten them out again. Lift up onto your toes. Come forward into that bum in the air plank. Push it back to downward dog, dropping the heels. Take your feet wider, and again, so if you have problems dropping the heels, this should make it easier. See if you can get the heels down if your feet's wider. And then walk it into the front of the mat, keep the legs wide to the side of the mat and forward bend. Once you're in that forward bend, just rock forward so that the weight's evenly distributed. Fold over your legs, keep your tummy in, and stretch it out. It's a little bit easier with widened legs. Breathe yourself down. So every breath, see if you can exhale it further down. See if you can hold it. And then see if you can exhale it further down. Bend the knees in. Hands to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Knees to the floor, child's pose, stretch it out. Roll it back onto your legs. Lean back a little bit. We did a lot of goddesses and we held the warriors, which I found quite difficult. I don't know if it's my ankles or what it was, but I couldn't hold that. That was really painful. Louis didn't feel it.
No, I felt it. It wasn't as painful as goddess.
I wonder, because I feel it in my ankles more. I wonder if the pain in my ankles kind of makes my quads want to go, wah. Yeah, lean back, let it stretch. Let it really stretch. I definitely feel mine today.
I do.
And then come back up. Nice and straight. Take a nice deep breath in. You are done for today. It's a Friday. Have a lovely Friday. Enjoy the sun.